I wanted to give another very quick update about this monitor. So I was stress testing this for a whole day and I did actually get a few blackouts. Now what I done was I disassembled it again and removed the NVIDIA chip alone, and I baked that this time a 6 gas mark and for 13 minutes instead of 9. So previously, the first time I done it on video, I done it on gas mark 5 for only 9 minutes, but this time I put it on gas mark 6, let it preheat at around 5 minutes, and then put the NVIDIA chip in for around 13 minutes, take it out, and now I'm getting no more blackouts or glitches or anything. Also, another thing I wanted to mention is that you don't actually need to remove the pixel strip. All you really need to do is disconnect this cable, and then remove these screws, which were, oh, were they? It was this screw here, there, and this screw here, and this screw here, and then you can just flip it over, so you don't actually need to disassemble it more than that. See? But you just need to be careful with these wires, so you can actually access this board here, and you can just unscrew them and you won't have to disassemble the rest. One new issue that came up, so around after an hour or two of gaming and stress testing this, although I didn't have any blackouts or glitches, I got monitor overheating. And now I'm doing testing. I have the power plugged in and display port, but the fan isn't spinning and this is hot. So that means I didn't connect this properly. So obviously you need to make sure, if you get overheating, make sure you connect the fan correctly. So I'm gonna have to actually open this up to make sure. Well, actually I just need to remove the pixel strip and then get access to the connector here, and then I'm going to check it again. So just a quick summary. The temperature sensor is here, and that's the thing on here, and I believe this metal piece is what reads the temperature. This fan goes here and it's got a little label that says fan 1, and this is fan 2, which is the fan for the chip itself, goes here. So I'm just trying to figure out if these two fans are supposed to spin when this temperature sensor detects heat. And the way I'm trying to do that is by blowing a hairdryer onto this metal piece, and obviously it gets hot because I can barely touch this metal piece, yet still these don't run. Now, to make sure that it's not the fans that are broken, what I do is, if I plug in the power, I got the main the basic things connected that need to be connected. So I got the joystick, I believe this is the lighting control, or the other way around, one of them, and this is the power to the LED, to the panel, and the actual connection to the panel. And this is the temperature sensor and the two fans. So that's just the basics that need to be connected. The only thing that's not connected is the pixel, which is 4 connectors, which is unnecessary. So basically, watch, if I plug this in, one of the fans will spin. There we go. You see? That spun. This one didn't. So that means it is working, but why are they not spinning when this gets hot? Or when this temperature sensor gets hot. So let me show you, for example. I'll do this. Now if I touch it, yeah, that's very hot. That would be signaling the board that it should be cooling right now. One thing I did check as well is I reversed the cable as well to make sure this the connection isn't a crossover, but if you have a look at the cables individually, they end up in the same pieces on both sides. And I also checked with a continuity meter to check that the connection between these two is solid, which it is. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to spin at all or not, because they're not spinning. Another thing that I thought I could have done wrong, maybe the thermal pads or the thermal paste I made sure that the connection is tight and that the squish is good, but I haven't reassembled it since I got the one warning saying that I got temperature overheating. So yeah, I've been running a game for over an hour now, and I also shoved in my multimeter with a thermometer, and you can see it's reading at 80 degrees, and I shoved that in. At the moment I got the back open so that I can see if the fans are spinning or not, and they are not. So this one isn't, and I can't really tell if the one here is or not, but I don't feel any airflow at all. And yeah, it's reading 81 degrees now. I thought I'd run a Doom on YouTube, 4K high frames per second. I don't know, what was it? I think it's like it doesn't say the frames. Well, actually it will here. 60 frames per second. So that should heat up the panel even more. My issue is I don't know if these fans at the back usually spin or not. I don't know, they might just be installed yet they might not ever power on, or maybe they just power on when it reaches like crazy temperatures, maybe like 90 degrees or something, maybe 100 degrees, I don't know. I never really have an issue with overheating monitors, overheating GPUs, CPUs, yeah, sure, but not monitors. So I'm going to keep this open. I'm just going to keep this YouTube video playing and see if I get that message of overheating.